Hi, and welcome to Arts Alive. I am your host, Brian Smedley, and my special guest today is magician Darin Martineau. This is part 2 of his Surrealusion magic system.
The Surrealusion system is my major project in the art of magic. What it is it's an online exclusive master magic course, and right now you can get access to over 400 exclusive magic videos and tutorials, and it's growing every single day, constantly. And I have different packages. I have the gold package, which is to purchase the entire thing, which is a one-time payment, and I'm doing a limited offer right now because the prices are going up because I'm getting so many products that I'm building. It's valued at over $600, but right now I'm selling it for a limited time for $97 to get access to over 400 exclusive magic videos and tutorials on magic, and it comes with 7 free bonuses. That's valued. The bonuses alone are valued at over $80. And what they are is you get a free Surrealusion t-shirt, which is valued at $30. It's a brand new style of magic shirt you can use for street magic or any kind of magic. The second bonus is my most recent book, The Surrealusion System, which started this whole thing, which is an incredible system of magic with the principles and checklists and everything like that in it, because it's just really a lot of research and development gone into this. The fourth bonus is the Magician's Success Guide, which has different professional advice, but I'm putting a lot of different types of things in here, covering so many aspects of magic. Bonus number 5 is the PDF of the Encyclopedia of Card Magic, a classic book on card magic. Bonus 6 is the Royal Road to Card Magic ebook PDF. And bonus number 7 is the History and Psychology of Magic ebook. So what the system is several of my exclusive products. So I want to talk about some of my products now. I'll talk about it's everything from beginner to intermediate to advanced, and I have special courses in there, and there's all kinds of things. I'm organizing it all. You can come in to the free section and get over 50 free tutorials for free, and you can take a look at the curriculum. You won't be able to look at everything, but you'll be able to access the free content. And you can do that at magicsecretslive.com and go to the navigation bar and put in your name and email, and you can join inside the system and see the free level, and you can see all this incredible stuff. What I have is, in the way of my advanced magic, I'll go over some of it. I have, you can buy things separately, like I have Advanced Card Magic Volume 1. If you just want to get that, that's $27 for 27 of my masterpiece effects. We'll just talk about some of them. I have something called the Angels and Demons Transpo, which is a really incredible card routine. It uses poetry with it, and it uses an incredible movement in there that I don't want to talk about too much. I'll just say it's just a really revolutionary card switch that has universal application. I have another routine that I've been working on for years in there called the Six Senses card routine, and it's kind of my take on like a fusillade type of effect or a multiple selection type of effect, but with a really good presentation. I have my Infinity Spin Out switch, which is another universal application. A lot of the principles and the methods and the techniques and everything, and it's not only card magic, even though card magic is one of my specialties, because my mentor is, of course, Alan Ackerman. It's got a balance of coin magic and mentalism and impromptu magic and many different things in there as well. I have my variation of this Earl Nelson's Sleeve Aces, which I think is really, really super visual spin-off of that. I have something that I call the Stealth Switch, which is a 4-for-4 switch, but it actually fooled Ray Cosby, and it's based on a movement he showed me years ago, which is based on an old Frank Thompson movement. I have what I feel is one of the strongest triumphs. I have several different triumphs, but I have something in there called the Transpo Triumph, which is a really incredible routine. That's with cards. I have this is listing some of the stuff that's just inside the product. You can purchase the product. You can access it for $10 a month. You can get access, monthly membership access to all of it. The prices are changing and going up. I have something I'm very proud of, which is my work on the Ambitious card. And it is my Vicious Ambitious card, and I have 3 different variations. I have a one-handed elevator Ambitious card that's absolutely a fooler in there. So many things. I have, for my coin work, I have my one-handed Hang Ping Chin, which is revolutionary. I have a lot of really awesome coin work. As far as not just vanishes, but equipments and just so many universal applications of techniques. And it's not only techniques, it's routines, it's everything. I mean, it's growing. I've got so many awesome things in there. I'm really proud of this. This is like my biggest project so far. And I've got something I call the Tiger Torn and Restored card, which is it's a really incredible torn restored card where the last piece restores in the spectator's hand, and then also as well as some really incredible I restore the last piece right in their hand, and it's a lot of really cool things. About 5 different variations of that torn restore card in there. Something I call the Phoenix and Dragon Aces, which is a super visual, because a lot of people don't know this, but they do if they know their credits. Many years ago, I came up with something. It was a Ace production that was in Lee Asher's video called 5-Card Stud, and he called it the Ambitious Explosion, but that's not what I call it. I call it the Optical Aces, but it's a really super visual Ace production. It's a 4 at once, and it was a card problem of doing the 4 aces at once, because a lot of people do 1 at a time Ace productions, but I came up with the solution. He gave me the card problem, and I solved it, so I gave it back to him. I let him use that on there, and then it's also been stolen by a lot of different magicians. Brian Tudor has it on one of his videos, his show-off video. He called it the Awesome Blossom, but there's no credit to that. Dan and Dave Buck put it on. They sell it. They got it from Lee. They didn't realize it was mine. I talked to them after the fact, but I have what I call the Phoenix and Dragon Aces, which is a different type of Ace production. I also have my Optical Aces in there as well. I have a lot of new stuff and a lot of my classics. A lot of really cool, super visual color changes. I'm really big on color changes, and I'm proud to say that Shin Lim, the reigning close-up card magician, champion of FISM, is using and endorsing one of my color changes, my half and half change. I call the Eclipse color change. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, but the Eclipse color change, that name has been used before. Well, actually, the history on that is that it's in an old book called Steranko on Cards, and it's in there, but this is the same name, but it's a completely different. It's my original color change. And I have that in there with several color changes. I have several 4 at once color changes, several just beautiful and visual. I have a lot of visual magic. I'm a big fan of visual magic, but it is mostly close-up magic. But I'm also adding in a lot of manipulations because I'm a graduate of the Chavez Course of Magic under Robert Rodriguez, who's the former president of the Hollywood SAM, Society of American Magicians, and I was a student of his many years ago. And when I was in California, I was visiting my dad for a while there, and I actually was in a magic shop, Tom Ferrante's magic shop, and I took a 6-week course and got certified the Chavez course under direct student Robert Rodriguez, who is he's passed away, but he was an incredible manipulator. Chavez protege. So with that, I'm going to add in a lot of my manipulation, because I create a lot of manipulations as well. I'm very much into the sleight of hand magic, but also other methods. But I'm very much a purist, because I believe in the you don't always need the gimmicks. I'm not totally against gimmicks. There are some that I would like to use, as long as you start and finish clean and everything like that. But I'm more of a fan of the sleight of hand because I like. It's not just that I like difficult magic. I've been accused of, if it's not difficult magic, I don't do it. I've been accused of that, but I've changed my theories on that recently. And even though something is maybe very difficult on your end, it should look very direct and simple to the audience. But the Surrealusion system is just a huge, huge project. I have another new product called the Advanced Card Magic Volume 1 and 2 so far. I'm coming out with more and more volumes. In Volume 2, I have the Tiger Torn Restored card, the Phoenix and Dragon Aces. I have my Eclipse color change in there. I have really incredible things in there as well, such as my some mentalism card work. I have some rare movements with a lot of rare sleights and stuff that I've came up with over the years. I have what I call a Dragon Triumph display, which is a cool Triumph display in there, which is a complete false cut as well. I have my Shadow Quad Change number 2. Those are my 4 at once color changes, which I'm really proud of. There's been a lot of top professional magicians that use that as well. Then as far as my exclusive products, if you go on my site, magicsecretslive.com, on the exclusive products tab, I have, you can get products. I have like even a $5 magic store and $1 magic store if you want to buy things separately. You can get access to all of this for only $10 a month. That's why it's such a great deal, because it's really, literally, this is worth thousands of dollars. I mean, seriously, just all the work that's gone into it. This is a lot of beautiful magic. I have a lot of my rubber band magic. A lot of my rubber band magic that has been used by people like Dan Harlan and Joe Ryan Fleisch and stuff like this. I have not only rubber band magic, ring and rubber band magic. I have a ring and rubber bands magic package for only $9.95 if they want to see my work on that. My Super Visual Color Changes is a really incredible product that you can get separately for $19.99, and it's got all my best color changes in it. But it's not only that. I have a lot of really strong close-up magic. I'm also adding in like the manipulations as well. But it's not only card magic and coin magic. Like I said, it's a very much balanced course, very much variety, because I have mentalism, impromptu magic, and just a little bit of everything in there. So that's what the Surrealusion system is. It's for people, no matter what level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, that want to, go to become a master magician, or if they're already a master magician, there's something for everyone in here.
You said that your mentor was Alan Ackerman. Could you tell me more about him and mentoring in general?
Yes, my magic mentor is Alan Ackerman, and he's a protege of Ed Marlowe from Chicago. And I met him when I was 15 years old at Gary Darwin's Magic Club in Las Vegas. And I always remember when I met him, he just really, really amazed me with his card magic. And I remember when I met him, he did the first routine he ever did for me was a classic, Everywhere and Nowhere, which is a Hofzinser routine, and he did his original rendition of it. And I remember, asking him if I can learn it, and I remember him saying, well, he's got a book, and it's in one of his books, and he told me to go buy his book at the Gambler's Book Club. And so getting a mentor is not something that just is handed over. You have to earn it. And so when I went and got the book, and then I started showing him, I'm putting in work, and then it wasn't just like I was his protege all of a sudden. This is something that took years and years. I mean, I would say actually, as he saw me progress, he was my mentor, but it was like a few years later where he would actually, he would really mentor me and take me under his wing and show me the real work. Because, when you have original material, when you have someone you can trust, it's the greatest thing. Because that's one thing I want to share with our listeners, is that you want to have, if you don't have a mentor, you want to at least have magic friends that you can trust. And I will say this about magic clubs. I have seen a difference in different magic clubs in different cities. And depending on who you hang around, Las Vegas is just, not to say bad things, but there's not a lot of people at the magic club there at Gary Darwin's magic club that you can trust. Although there are, depending on who you're hanging around, And it's the whole world of egos and politics, how the magic goes. And I'm not here to badmouth. It's not good to badmouth. I will say good things. There's a lot of great magicians there. I did get rubbed the wrong way with several people, and a lot of people that know me on a personal level know the things that happen. And this happened to my mentor, Alan Ackerman. This happened to him. And I'm not here to sling mud and things like that, but I guess it's all part of the process of the journey, because what magic is really about, it's about creating your original expression. In the beginning of magic, there's different phases. I think there's, I practice Tai Chi. I'm a disciple of Grandmaster Fu and Master Joshua Jackson as well. And there's 5 levels to Tai Chi, and it's comparable in magic, even though it's different. And the first level is, you're a beginner, you're just trying to learn. And in magic, it's the same way. And then after you get to the second level, where you are you're learning it and you think that you know it, you're learning on much deeper level, like the psychological levels and all the different it's like an onion. And I talk about this in my book, The Surrealusion System, where I really go deep explanation on the levels of magic, because a lot of people that get into magic, they don't realize that there's many different categories of magic, such as the originator, the innovator, executive, professionals, and things like this, and all the way down to critics. So there's actually more like 6 or 8 levels, or six or eight different kinds of magicians, even though there's many more than that, generically. And I talk about this in the Surrealusion System book, and I really go into depth on a lot of things. It's not only depth, it's breadth and depth, because when you're developing your routines and you want to develop it around your style and everything like this, I have a very visual style. Alan Ackerman he's got a lot of visual magic, okay? And a lot of people don't know this, even though he's famous for his card magic. He's also great at coin magic and creating originals. His coins of Ishtar, you can look to his lecture notes and things like this. And his books and videos I highly recommend, because it's not only he's one of the best technicians, he's influenced a lot of different magicians. A lot of people don't realize that Paul Harris is actually one of his proteges. Paul Harris lived in Las Vegas, growing up and things like this. So when you have this kind of mentor, it's very special, because it's not only the high quality, it's him as a human being. I grew up without a father. He was like a father figure to me. But I can only say great things about Alan Ackerman. He's, to me, just, the best is a matter of taste. And this is something that he says, instead of trying to become the best magician in the world, we need to be the best that we can be. Because when we compare and when we compete, we get the wrong thing. And that's something you learn later in life. Life is about cooperation. Everything, is about cooperation, not about competition. You're only in competition with yourself. So for the magicians that are all into competitions, I remember seeing Jerry Andrus many years ago. He's another one of the, I would say, mentors, someone I really look up to. He was at a convention. It was Gino Minari's Magic Convention in Las Vegas. And he was doing, there was a big flourish competition. And during that, they asked him if he wanted to be in it. And he doesn't, compete, and he doesn't really believe in magic competition. So he did an exhibition. But I will say the guy that won first place, was really, really incredible. And I don't want to say better. He was just different, because Jerry Andrus is so original. His flourish exhibition, those are 2 of the best flourish guys. And I used to be a lot into the flourishes, but I think that it's not that I don't still do them. I have a lot of original flourishes in my Surrealusion system as well. I think of it more as a functional thing. And my opinion on flourishes is that it's the same with Michael Skinner, is that, you know, I will quote Hamlet, quote Shakespeare. There's nothing good or bad, only thinking makes it so. There's a lot of philosophical point. I think that flourishes, they have their place. They do. Because if you have Uncle Joe doing a card trick and then you come out and you do some really awesome flourish, you've got their attention right away. And the thing is that, once you have their attention right away and they say, wait a minute, this is going to be something, unique. Instead of saying, oh, this is going to be your average show card trick or whatever. Card magic has a bad stigma, has a bad stereotype, especially these days. A lot of magicians hate card magic. I think there's different levels to card magic, just like there's different levels to magic. I think that, there's bad, good, and great. And great card magic really takes a lot of refining, and it takes many years to develop. You see, in all the dealers, and you see all the products coming out, and they're just coming out with products left and right. And you wonder, have these ever been audience tested? Because a lot of them haven't. Have they ever, is this something they just threw together? Because, there's a whole process, which I won't get into now, but I do have articles and things on this of creating magic, and we're starting to do more and more on this. And there's a lot of books to recommend for that. The Trick Brain is some of the old classics, but there's a lot of newer ones, like Strong Magic by Darin Ortiz, Designing Miracles, Magic and Meaning by Eugene Berger and Robert Neal. I mean, you could go on and on. And the books are great. I know some magicians, they think about books in terms of, like I've seen magicians have opinions on them, that they just don't like books. And it's because they get over influenced. They like to do their own thing. And there comes a point in time where you have to let go of the old material and just do your own material. And that's when you really mature as a magician. But Alan Ackerman, I will say, I've even seen him grow as an artist, because it's not only the card magic and the coin magic, but even as a performer, because a lot of people don't realize he is a professional performer, even though he's not full-time. He does do professional shows, and he's actually the real deal. So that's what I'll say about my mentor. Thanks.
What do you believe the future of magic will be, Darin?
What do I think is the future of magic? Well, that's a really, really good question, because magic has gone through, and they say, some experts say that it's in its next golden age. I don't know if that's true, but there's been more TV specials in the last 5 to 10 years than there's been in the entire history of magic. So we need to take all of these facts into consideration. I think with the technology, and technology always has its effect on magic. I mean, you look at magicians like Robert Houdin and what he did with his levitation, and at the time, ether, the chemical was just coming out in the technologies, and so he would use that. So he's so clever, because that's also how he would misdirect the audience away from the method. He would make them think it's one thing, and I think there's a lot of lessons. That's why it's the same way in life, in anything, that what we learn from the past, if we take that lesson and we apply that to the future, then we can learn that technology will always affect the magic. Now, with that said and done, I am a purist, and that's why I love sleight of hand, because to me, a gimmick and a gadget, I used to always call them gimmick slices. We used to always make fun of these people. And because that's the difference between literal demonstration and symbolic demonstration, really. So I think the future of magic, there's going to be more and more, more of these YouTube magicians, and magic is going to be like the live performance is going to be more and more rare, and until people get the experience. Because magic, if you take away all the technique, if you expose everything in magic, and a lot has been exposed, then what do you have left? Think about it. You have the experience. Magic is about creating the experience of mystery. So what I believe the future of magic is that these pieces of mystery are going to become more and more rare as we have more. Because, see, the audience can look at a video and how they're supposed to think, oh, that's trick photography. There's you get into a lot of semantics, but, there's no substitute for the real thing. So I think the future of magic will be more, and it already is getting more and more. It'll be more visual. It'll be more incredible. It will be better illusions, better techniques. What I would like to see is more magicians taking confidence in their own material and putting out their own originals. That's why with our group, Master Magic Mentors, we're going to nurture see the art grow, because it's not about copying. Anybody can copy. There's imitators and innovators. We all learn those. We copy in the beginning. When we learn magic, we'll learn someone else's routine. Even if we're doing a classic, maybe we'll be doing, someone like Vernon's. He's got a great cups and balls routine. It's one of the best. And let's say you do his version, and that's what I like about what Vernon did, and I really appreciate, is that he knew that he was affecting the classics by working on that, and that a lot of the magicians were going to be turning to his routine and see the improvements in them. Because if you look at in the literature of magic, you can see how all these things have progressed, and there's been so many contributions. We stand on the shoulders of these masters of magic. So what I think the future will be is really back to the classics, but how those classics will be done, that's another thing. You have people like Jason Latimer doing the clear cups and balls. You have people like Marco Tempest doing technology magic. You have, just using these examples is great, but, you have the different online magic stores like Penguin and 311 and all these things. And I think actually, in a way, on one side, they're a double-edged sword. On one side, they create a whole bunch of, we'll say just copycats. And then on the other side, they can inspire people. Because if you look at someone like Shin Lim, and he got his start from YouTube, and I look at that and I just think it's funny, because you've got all these people knocking YouTube, and then it's just like the haters on YouTube. You got people that are haters, but I love the haters. I really do. They're favorite to me because they're watching my videos, and then a lot of people, they try to blow smoke, but they're really clueless, because what it comes down to is that the future of magic is all about becoming the master magician and experiencing that from a magician's perspective. From the audience's perspective, they're wanting to see something new, because just like in old times, they don't want to see sawn in half, they don't want to see a rabbit or a hat. Now, they see all these things, and that's why I like close-up magic. I like stage magic if it's done, and I think Shin Lim is a good example of how he's taken it to the stage. And I always kind of liked, that's why I always liked the manipulation act, because you can kind of do it in between close-up and stage. So actually, I'm working on an act that one day I'll do, and I've had it. The reason I'm waiting is I was waiting for certain technologies and things like this, because what I'm going to do is going to be a manipulation act that's actually going to be in between close-up and stage, and so it can be presented in multiple settings. Because you've heard some people say, oh, close-up magic is dead. No, it's not. Street magic is not dead. All these things is just people trying to push their products. What it comes down to is the future of magic is really points back to you. And that is, what do you want to do? Do you want to do your own magic, or do you want to do someone else's? Because when any magician gets started, we start off with someone else's material in the classics. And like back to Vernon and people like this. I think Jerry Andrus and Ed Marlowe and many others. You can just keep naming names, but they revolutionized. The people that really revolutionized the art of card magic, or the art of close-up. I think we owe it to them, to take our hats off to them, to that we have to, continue on the legacy by really working hard and working smarter, and putting in our not only our talents, but to really think outside the box and to really take magic in a new direction. Because there are a few magicians in the magic world, without mentioning names, there always is like the top 5% that think for the rest of the magicians. You look at the trends, and if you just follow the trends, you can see it. You'll see the same names popping up. And we don't have to mention names because, we're not here to do an unpaid advertisement. I'm just saying, the future of magic is there's going to be more products. There's going to be more and more magicians. There's going to be more people that are copycats. And so what it's going to come down to is the differences are going to be not only the live performances, but you're going to see a difference in quality versus quantity. So anyway, for people who want to get into the Surrealusion system, you can join the free level and get over 50 free magic tutorials in there. Right now I have over 400 of my original creations. Some of that is my renditions of the classics, but every single movement, from double lifts to coin technique to anything, I have my original and my collective information on that. Things that I've it's my originals, but it's also my course, and it's constantly progressing. So come over and check out the Surrealusion system, and it's at magicsecretslive.com. And thank you very much. You have a great day, guys.
You've been listening to Arts Alive with my special guest, magician Darin Martineau. This is your host, Brian Smedley, and good night.